Someone asked who taught her to move like that. When the answer came, even the instructors fell quiet. You don't question the student when her mentor is a ghost from Black Ops. Lieutenant Commander Alexandra Shadow Reyes had been assigned to Naval Special Warfare Training Center in Coronado for exactly 16 weeks. At 5 feet 6 inches with raven black hair pulled back in regulation style and piercing dark eyes that seemed to catalog every detail, she moved through her medical duties with the kind of fluid precision that made her blend seamlessly into the training environment. She carried her medical equipment with practiced ease, treated injuries with expert clinical care, and maintained the supportive presence that characterized dedicated military nurses. To the SEAL candidates and training staff, she was simply their assigned medical officer, competent, caring, and completely unremarkable in her professional role. What made Lieutenant Commander Reyes particularly effective, though few recognized it at the time, was her uncanny ability to move through training environments with tactical precision that exceeded medical necessity. During combat swimming exercises, she positioned herself with stealth and efficiency that seemed natural rather than learned. During weapons training scenarios, she demonstrated movement patterns that suggested advanced tactical training beyond medical education. During Hell Week preparation, she navigated complex training areas with situational awareness that exceeded what most medical personnel would develop through routine assignment. Her medical bay was organized with military precision that exceeded standard requirements. Every piece of equipment had its designated place, every medical procedure was executed with obsessive attention to detail, and every emergency response was coordinated with efficiency that impressed even senior medical officers. But there were subtle differences that most people overlooked. Tactical medical supplies that weren't standard for training facilities, specialized equipment that suggested experience with covert operations rather than conventional medical support, and a personal bearing that seemed to come from training far more intensive than medical school. The candidates knew her through routine medical encounters and careful observation. Ma'am, when they required medical attention, Lieutenant Commander Reyes, when discussing her professional capabilities, or Doc Reyes, in everyday conversation. None of them had questioned her background beyond standard medical training, though many had noticed she possessed unusually advanced tactical movement skills and seemed to understand combat operations with depth that exceeded typical medical officer education. But the unknown can be revealing, especially when it involves people whose specialized training remains carefully concealed behind compassionate professional assignments. Welcome to Silent Salute, where we uncover the extraordinary stories hiding behind ordinary military assignments. Before we dive into this incredible tale, tell us in the comments which country you're watching from today. And if you believe that true expertise often comes from the shadows, hit that subscribe button to support our channel. We're honored to share these remarkable stories with you. Naval Special Warfare Training Center in the fall of 2019 was operating at peak intensity. Home to the most elite naval warrior training programs in the world, the facility processed hundreds of candidates through the grueling selection and training processes that would determine who possessed the physical, mental, and psychological capabilities required for SEAL operations. The medical support required for such intensive training was comprehensive, demanding, and absolutely critical for candidates' safety and program effectiveness. The daily rhythm at Coronado was relentless but carefully orchestrated. Morning brought physical conditioning that pushed human endurance to absolute limits, with candidates participating in beach runs, surf torture, log PT, and obstacle course exercises that tested every aspect of physical fitness and mental resilience. Midday featured tactical training and weapons instruction that tested decision-making under extreme stress, including live-fire exercises, close-quarters combat drills, and advanced tactical movement scenarios. Afternoon included specialized skills training that built operational capabilities, such as combat, diving, medical training, and demolitions instruction. Evening brought recovery periods and psychological evaluations that prepared candidates for the next day's challenges. Through it all, Lieutenant Commander Reyes provided medical support with steady professionalism that had characterized her entire assignment. Her medical expertise was universally respected, her emergency response capabilities were unquestioned, and her ability to handle any medical situation that arose during training impressed instructors and candidates alike. She could treat serious injuries without disrupting training exercises, manage medical emergencies without creating delays in training schedules, and coordinate medical evacuations with efficiency that suggested extensive experience with tactical medical operations. The training environment at Coronado was deliberately designed to replicate the stress and complexity of actual special operations. Every exercise was crafted to test candidate capabilities under realistic conditions while maintaining safety standards that protected personnel from unnecessary risk. The balance between realistic training and safety requirements demanded constant vigilance from medical personnel who had to anticipate problems while positioning themselves tactically to respond effectively. Lieutenant Commander Reyes had established herself as the gold standard for tactical medical support. Her ability to provide excellent medical care while moving through training environments with stealth and precision impressed instructors and candidates alike. She could navigate complex training scenarios without being detected by candidates or compromising training realism, position herself for optimal medical response while remaining invisible to training exercises, and coordinate with training staff using hand signals and tactical communication that exceeded standard medical protocols. The candidates had formed clear impressions about her role and capabilities. She was exceptional medical support who ensured their safety without compromising training intensity. Her medical knowledge was comprehensive, her emergency response skills were outstanding, and her ability to manage complex medical situations was unmatched. But she also possessed unusual tactical movement capabilities, often demonstrating stealth and precision that seemed to come from specialized training rather than medical education. Her interactions with candidates revealed skills that exceeded standard medical training. During medical treatment sessions, she moved with tactical precision that suggested advanced combat training rather than hospital experience. During equipment handling, she demonstrated familiarity with specialized gear that indicated covert operations background rather than conventional medical deployment. During emergency responses, she coordinated tactical medical evacuations using procedures that suggested training in classified operational environments. Among the candidates was Petty Officer First Class Marcus Razor Rodriguez, a former Marine Force recon operator who'd served multiple combat deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan before applying for SEAL training. Rodriguez was highly respected by his fellow candidates for his tactical experience and operational awareness, but like everyone else, he assumed medical personnel operated outside the specialized training culture that defined covert operations. Lieutenant Commander Reyes moves like someone with advanced tactical training, Rodriguez had mentioned to his swim buddy during their 15th week. Her stealth capabilities and situational awareness exceed most special operations personnel I've worked with. She navigates training environments with precision that suggests specialized tactical education, not medical school. Rodriguez's observation was more accurate than he realized. Lieutenant Commander Reyes's tactical movement skills weren't learned through medical training or routine military service. They were specialized capabilities developed through training programs that most military personnel never encounter. Her stealth and precision came from instruction in covert operations rather than medical education, and her tactical awareness reflected specialized training rather than conventional military experience. Seaman First Class Jake Ghost Thompson, who'd served as a Navy intelligence specialist before SEAL training, offered his perspective on Lieutenant Commander Reyes's capabilities. Some medical officers develop tactical movement skills through deployment with special operations units or specialized training programs. She's probably completed advanced tactical medical courses or worked with covert operations units that required stealth medical support. But Thompson's theory, while logical, couldn't fully explain the specific type of tactical skills Lieutenant Commander Reyes displayed, the kind that suggested not just advanced training, but instruction from specialists who operated in the most classified and dangerous environments where conventional tactical training was insufficient for mission requirements. There were details that, in retrospect, should have raised questions about her training background. During movement through training areas, she demonstrated stealth techniques that were used in covert operations rather than conventional military tactics. During equipment handling, she displayed familiarity with specialized gear that was issued only to personnel involved in classified operations. During tactical positioning, she used techniques that suggested training from instructors who operated in environments where detection meant death. Her physical fitness exceeded what most medical officers maintained, often demonstrating endurance and agility that matched elite special operations personnel. Her tactical awareness during training exercises exceeded what medical personnel typically developed, consistently positioning herself with optimal advantage while remaining completely invisible to training activities. Her situational awareness during complex scenarios suggested training from instructors who had operated in environments where survival depended on perfect tactical execution. Chief Petty Officer David Viper Stevens, a 20-year SEAL veteran who served as senior instructor, had noticed these details more than most. "There's something different about Lieutenant Commander Reyes," he'd mentioned to the training officer during their weekly briefing. "She moves like someone who's been trained by specialists in covert operations, not conventional military instructors. Her tactical skills suggest education from people who operate in classified environments." Stevens' assessment identified the key characteristic that distinguished Lieutenant Commander Reyes from other medical officers. Her tactical capabilities consistently exceeded what conventional military training would provide. Her movement skills suggested instruction from specialists who operated in the most dangerous and classified environments, and her tactical precision reflected training that was available only to personnel involved in the most sensitive operations. Master Sergeant Tom "Phantom" Wilson, who had 30 years of special operations experience and had worked with personnel from the most classified units, had also observed Lieutenant Commander Reyes's unusual capabilities. "She's been trained by someone who operates in environments where conventional tactics aren't sufficient," Wilson had told the training commander during their monthly assessment meeting. Her movement skills and tactical awareness suggest instruction from specialists who work in classified operations where standard training would get you killed. Wilson's observation reflected growing recognition among senior training staff that Lieutenant Commander Reyes's background exceeded standard medical officer qualifications. Her tactical skills, stealth capabilities, and operational awareness suggested training from instructors who operated in environments that most military personnel never encountered. The daily routine at Coronado included various training exercises designed to test candidate capabilities under realistic conditions. During the 16th week of training, candidates were participating in advanced tactical movement exercises that required stealth, precision, and situational awareness that would prepare them for actual SEAL operations. The exercise was being conducted in a complex training environment that replicated urban operational conditions. Candidates had to navigate through the area using tactical movement techniques while avoiding detection by instructors who were positioned throughout the training zone. The exercise tested stealth capabilities, tactical awareness, and precision movement that would be essential for actual special operations missions. Lieutenant Commander Reyes was assigned to provide medical oversight for the tactical movement exercise, positioned where she could monitor candidate safety while maintaining readiness to respond to injuries or medical emergencies. Her role required her to move through the training environment without being detected by candidates or compromising the realism of the exercise. As the exercise progressed, several candidates and instructors began to notice Lieutenant Commander Reyes's movement through the training area. Her stealth capabilities and tactical precision exceeded what anyone expected from medical personnel, and her ability to remain invisible while maintaining medical oversight impressed even the most experienced instructors. The incident that would reveal everything occurred when Petty Officer Rodriguez encountered Lieutenant Commander Reyes during his movement through the training area. Despite his advanced tactical training and operational experience, he had been completely unaware of her presence until she appeared beside him to provide medical assessment after he had sustained a minor injury during the exercise. "Ma'am, how did you get so close without me detecting your approach?" Rodriguez asked with obvious respect and amazement. "Your stealth capabilities exceed most special operations personnel I've worked with. Where did you learn to move like that?" Lieutenant Commander Reyes's response was measured but began to provide insight into training that most military personnel never receive. "My medical training included specialized instruction in tactical movement and stealth techniques that are required for providing medical support in environments where detection would compromise operational security." But Rodriguez understood that Lieutenant Commander Reyes's explanation, while accurate, didn't fully reveal the nature of her training or the instructors who had taught her such advanced tactical skills. Her movement capabilities exceeded what specialized medical training would provide. Chief Stevens, who had been observing the exercise, approached Lieutenant Commander Reyes with obvious curiosity about her tactical capabilities. "Ma'am, your movement skills suggest training from instructors who operate in the most classified environments. Who provided your tactical education?" Lieutenant Commander Reyes's answer would fundamentally change everyone's understanding of her background and training. "My tactical instruction was provided by Colonel Michael Rafe Morrison, retired. He specializes in training personnel who operate in environments where conventional tactical skills are insufficient for mission success." The mention of Colonel Morrison's name created immediate silence among everyone present. Colonel Michael Rafe Morrison was legendary throughout the special operations community as one of the most skilled and mysterious operators who had ever served. His service record was largely classified, but his reputation suggested involvement in operations that exceeded anything most special operations personnel encountered. Chief Stevens was the first to respond, his voice filled with recognition and respect. "Colonel Morrison trained you?" "Ma'am, Colonel Morrison is considered one of the most skilled tactical instructors in the special operations community. His training methods are legendary, and personnel trained by him are among the most capable operators in the military." The revelation about Lieutenant Commander Reyes's training immediately changed how everyone viewed her tactical capabilities. Colonel Morrison was known for training only the most elite personnel who would be deployed in the most dangerous and classified operations. His instruction was sought by the most advanced special operations units, and personnel trained by him possessed capabilities that exceeded conventional military training. Over the following days, more details about Colonel Morrison's background and training methods began to emerge through conversations with personnel who had knowledge of his legendary service and instruction capabilities. Colonel Morrison's service record, while largely classified, included involvement in operations that had shaped modern special operations capabilities. His tactical expertise had been developed through participation in the most dangerous and sensitive missions, and his training methods incorporated lessons learned from operational environments where conventional tactics were insufficient for survival. "What we're learning," Chief Stevens explained to the candidates during a special briefing, "is that Lieutenant Commander Reyes represents tactical training that exceeds what most special operations personnel receive. Colonel Morrison's instruction is legendary throughout the community, and personnel trained by him possess capabilities that are unmatched in tactical precision and operational effectiveness." His training programs were known for producing operators who could function in environments where detection meant death and where conventional military tactics were inadequate for mission requirements. His students were deployed in the most classified operations and served in units that operated beyond the knowledge of most military personnel. Upon learning about Lieutenant Commander Reyes's training under Colonel Morrison, the training staff requested her assistance in developing enhanced tactical training scenarios that incorporated lessons from her specialized instruction. "The training I received from Colonel Morrison," Lieutenant Commander Reyes explained to the candidates during a special tactical session, "was designed to prepare personnel for operations in environments where conventional training would be insufficient. His methods incorporate tactical skills that are required for survival in situations that exceed standard operational parameters." Her enhanced training scenarios included realistic stealth exercises where candidates had to navigate complex environments without detection, tactical movement drills that incorporated techniques used in covert operations, and situational awareness training that prepared personnel for environments where survival depended on perfect tactical execution. The SEAL instructors who learned about Lieutenant Commander Reyes's training under Colonel Morrison became eager students of her tactical expertise. Her specialized skills were integrated with their training knowledge, creating educational opportunities that reflected the most advanced tactical capabilities available to special operations personnel. Working with Lieutenant Commander Reyes, Chief Stevens told the candidates, demonstrates the level of tactical excellence that represents the pinnacle of special operations training. Colonel Morrison's instruction creates capabilities that exceed conventional military education, and personnel trained by him possess skills that are unmatched in tactical precision. The candidates quickly learned that Lieutenant Commander Reyes's training under Colonel Morrison provided insights that enhanced every aspect of their tactical education. Her understanding of stealth operations, tactical movement, and situational awareness created learning opportunities that exceeded anything available through conventional SEAL training. Rodriguez, who had first noticed Lieutenant Commander Reyes's tactical capabilities, became one of her most dedicated students. "Ma'am, learning about your training under Colonel Morrison has completely changed how I understand tactical operations. His legendary instruction provides insights into tactical excellence that we could never learn through conventional training." Thompson, the former intelligence specialist who had theorized about her specialized training, gained new appreciation for the level of tactical expertise she possessed. "Lieutenant Commander Reyes, your tactical capabilities that I attributed to specialized military training. Now I understand they came from instruction by one of the most legendary tactical trainers in the special operations community." Chief Stevens, who had recognized her advanced tactical skills, found his assessment confirmed beyond his expectations. "Ma'am, working with you has shown me that the most effective tactical training comes from instructors whose operational experience exceeds conventional military service. Colonel Morrison's legendary instruction creates capabilities that represent the pinnacle of tactical excellence." The enhanced tactical training programs that Lieutenant Commander Reyes developed were eventually adopted throughout Naval Special Warfare Command, establishing new standards for stealth and tactical movement that prepared SEAL operators for the most challenging operational environments. Her training methods influenced special operations education worldwide and enhanced the effectiveness of personnel deployed in environments where conventional tactical training was insufficient for mission success. Her connection to Colonel Morrison's legendary instruction became a symbol of the tactical excellence that defined the most elite special operations capabilities. The story of Lieutenant Commander Reyes's training under Colonel Morrison became legendary at the training facility, shared with new classes as an example of how the most advanced tactical capabilities often serve through assignments that conceal specialized training behind routine professional responsibilities. The most important lesson you can learn here, instructors would tell new candidates, is that exceptional tactical capability often comes from the most specialized training. The person providing your medical support might be someone who's been trained by legends in tactical excellence that exceed anything you'll encounter in conventional military service. Years later, when Lieutenant Commander Reyes transitioned to other assignments, her legacy lived on in the enhanced tactical training programs she developed and in the understanding that true tactical excellence often requires instruction from specialists whose operational experience exceeds conventional military service. Her story reminded everyone that in naval special warfare, as throughout the special operations community, the most advanced capabilities often serve through assignments that conceal specialized training behind routine professional duties, because the most exceptional tactical skills are often possessed by those who've been trained by legends whose instruction exceeds conventional military education. Lieutenant Commander Reyes's training under Colonel Morrison became synonymous with the understanding that tactical excellence represents capabilities that continue contributing to special operations effectiveness through whatever assignments best serve current operational requirements. Her example demonstrated that the most effective military training is often enhanced by personnel whose specialized instruction remains carefully concealed behind routine professional duties. The moment when she had revealed Colonel Morrison as her instructor had lasted only minutes, but its impact continued for years, reminding everyone that extraordinary tactical capabilities often hide behind medical assignments, and that the people trusted with support responsibilities may be the ones with the most advanced training to share about tactical excellence when operational success depends on perfect execution. The sight of instructors falling quiet upon learning about her training had demonstrated not just individual recognition, but broader understanding of how specialized instruction creates capabilities that transcend standard military roles. Lieutenant Commander Reyes's willingness to serve through medical assignments showed that true tactical excellence continues through whatever roles best serve current operational requirements. The enhanced tactical training protocols that emerged from Lieutenant Commander Reyes's specialized instruction created new standards for SEAL preparation that recognized the value of training informed by legendary tactical educators. Her methods were studied and implemented across multiple special operations services, establishing her as a pioneer in advanced tactical education. The candidates who trained under Lieutenant Commander Reyes's enhanced programs consistently demonstrated superior performance in stealth operations, tactical movement, and situational awareness compared to candidates trained under conventional methods. Her influence on SEAL tactical training extended far beyond the specific revelation that had disclosed her connection to Colonel Morrison's legendary instruction. Rodriguez, who had first recognized her tactical capabilities, eventually completed SEAL training and became a team leader himself. Throughout his career, he credited Lieutenant Commander Reyes's example with teaching him that tactical excellence requires seeking instruction from the most advanced specialists available. Lieutenant Commander Reyes didn't just teach me about tactical movement, Rodriguez would tell his team members years later. She taught me that the most valuable tactical capabilities often come from instruction by legends whose training methods exceed conventional military education. Thompson, who had theorized about her specialized training background, also completed training and advanced to senior tactical positions. His experience learning about Lieutenant Commander Reyes's connection to Colonel Morrison influenced his approach to tactical education throughout his career. What I learned from Lieutenant Commander Reyes, Thompson would explain to junior personnel, is that exceptional tactical capability often comes from the most specialized instruction. The person in the support role might be the one with training from legends in tactical excellence. The training facility where Colonel Morrison's legendary instruction had been revealed became a symbolic reminder that assumptions about medical personnel backgrounds can overlook training that exceeds obvious qualifications. New candidates were briefed about the revelation as an example of how extraordinary tactical capabilities often serve through assignments that maintain operational security about specialized training. Master Sergeant Wilson, who had recognized Lieutenant Commander Reyes's advanced tactical skills, continued to work with personnel who had received specialized training throughout his career. Working with Lieutenant Commander Reyes taught me that the most effective operators are often those whose training comes from instructors whose methods exceed conventional military education. The legacy of Colonel Morrison's instruction, revealed through Lieutenant Commander Reyes's service, influenced tactical training programs throughout the special operations community. His methods, transmitted through his students, continued to enhance tactical capabilities long after his direct instruction, demonstrating how legendary training creates capabilities that continue serving through multiple generations of operators. This story was brought to you by Silent Salute. Before we leave you today, here's our question. Have you ever discovered that someone you knew in a support capacity actually possessed extraordinary tactical training from legendary instructors? Have you encountered people whose routine assignments concealed specialized instruction that exceeded conventional military training? Tell us in the comments about the moments when you realized you'd been working alongside someone whose training background exceeded your own understanding. And if you believe that the most capable tactical experts are often those whose instruction comes from legendary specialists, hit that subscribe button to support our channel. Every story reminds us that extraordinary tactical capabilities often hide behind routine assignments, and that the people we notice least may be the ones with the most specialized training to share about tactical excellence from legendary instructors. We'll see you in the next story, where we'll discover another incredible tale of hidden expertise and unexpected training revelations.